M4 micros, Woodland medium closed bags, Woodland small closed bags, Woodland lever gun rigs, multicam tool aprons, multicam aprons. I think there's a multicam black also in there. Multicam stacked micro, multicam black stacked micro, Coyote cop rig, multicam black red thread mini pack, Typhon day packs. Any of you guys on our TikTok? Holy shit, there are little bitches all over TikTok. And I'm in some social media marketing groups, and one of the ladies that I interact with, she said, you got to look like, you got to treat Twitter like it's old grumpy dudes. You got to treat Facebook like it's a bunch of Karens. You got to treat Instagram like it's 30 to 35-year-olds that like pretty pictures. And you have to treat TikTok like it's 15 to 20-year-old people, and it's very fucking just very quick, and you don't have a lot of time to interact. Tropic, multicam Tropic FUPAs, OD FUPA danglers, OD black FUPA danglers. Some dude on TikTok's like, oh, now I see why you called me 3 years ago and canceled my order, because you're building all this bullshit. That's what he said. It's kind of our shtick that we don't call anybody. Like, there's not a published phone number. The phone number coming in the building here is literally 800 eat a dick. That's the actual fucking, it's 866 or something, but it's eat a dick. So we didn't call anybody. So he talks shit on my page. I reply to him, and he reports me for harassing him. Here's Subgun Micros right here. Right here. I think that these little twats are used to people not replying to them. Don't have TikTok, just see Reels. So TikTok, my TikTok is growing. It's doubling every month. I have 68 comments on the lever gun rig on TikTok. I have 4 comments on Instagram, and I have 0 comments on it on Facebook. TikTok is what's working. If you have a business and you're not using TikTok, it's because you don't like money. You hate money. Yoder, what's up? Ed, what's going on, man? I got loud. No one got a phone call. Yeah, no one got a fucking phone call. Josh, what's up? Landon, what's going on? Chuck Peoples, how are you? Chuck, did you get tracking on your diaper bag? Multicam black AKM4 micros finishing tomorrow. There's multicam ones out here, I think 2 somewhere. And then we've got some 12 gauge micros going. I think multicam black, I think. Multicam black arid day packs. I see a lot of closed bags. Tiger Paw, what's up? Got tracking this morning. Right on, right on. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just making sure that it happened. Here are mag pouch pieces for 12 gauge or for AKM4s. All right, guys, 31 online, 18 thumbs up. I need you to back out of the comments and hit that thumbs up button. If you spend any time interacting with me on any of these social media platforms, I need you to take and hit that arrow button, and I need you to send this video and share it on your other social medias. I need you to send it to a friend or whatever it is, but I need you to do that. Scott, what's up, man? How are you? Liked and shared. Thank you, Amanda. Huge business at a standstill at this time. That being said, I shouldn't call it business then. I don't know what you're talking. I'm not sure what you're saying there, buddy. I'm not sure what you're saying. Just finished a couple of steaks. Nice, nice. I just finished a half of a pineapple upside down cake. Not really. I was nibbling on it. I need to throw it away so that it's not here any longer. One of the ladies that works here had a birthday. Byron Roberts, thank you, man. Will there ever be a Zero Fuck Ducks version 3? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be. Was there other black, OD black diaper? No. We're only making diaper bags as they're ordered. So if anybody wants a diaper bag, send an email, and then I'll interact with you, and I'll tell you how to go about that, how that's going to happen. We're building them one at a time, and we're not building extras. Did you sing yesterday? I don't know what you mean, did I sing yesterday? Ocean Working, what's up? How are you? Haying our fields out here in Pacific Northwest. Haying the field. What does that mean? That means you're cutting hay? Is that what that means? You cut it, leave it on the ground for a few days, and then you rake it into rows? Is that how that works? Oh, happy birthday. No, I didn't. I was on live feed. I was on a 2.5 hour live with a few people, actually. It's on YouTube. You should watch it. It's very good. Squeak, 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 squeak. What size harvest right do you recommend? I know you prefer the oil-free pump. I've never met anybody that had a large and said, damn, I wish I had the small or the medium. Never. I know guys that had smalls and mediums, though, that bought larges. Usually if you're buying a small or a medium, it's because you're in a hurry and you don't have the money to buy the large. But you can go to Home Depot and get a Home Depot card, and you can buy a harvest right through Home Depot, and I think you get like 0% interest for 6 months or something. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do that thing. If they had one bigger than this, I would do that, because the thing's going to process, right? So if you only have one of them and you're running a load of chicken, you're going to be in there 32 hours. Depending on how wet it is, right? You're going to be 32 hours on 5 trays. I wish this motherfucker had 10 trays so I could do twice as much in the time frame. Tiger Paw, yeah, I know you were on there, buddy. I know you were on there. I saw your comment. That's the way to go, screen making expensive purchases. That's the way to go, screen making expensive. That's the way to go when making expensive purchases. Gotcha. I see what you're saying. And what are you going to, like, can you monetize the harvest right? Think about this. Do you have friends that are looking at preparedness food right now? We used to buy a number 10 can of chicken for $36, $40. A 1 pound bag is $79 now. So if you did a load of chicken, could you sell once a week? Could you sell 5 bags of chicken to just in your group, right? Just your own group. Could you sell 5 bags of chicken at $70 a piece? That's a big ass payment on that freeze dryer, right? So run 3-4 loads a week, tuck 3 away, and sell 1 every week. You really want to sell shit fast, go buy Skittles, freeze dry them, and sell them at your office or your soccer games or to your friends or whatever. Just take a bag and put 2 in everybody's hand and go, these are $10 a bag. What do we cook and freeze dry the most? Chicken and ground beef. It's the least expensive, It's the most available, and you can put it in anything. When the day comes that we're eating freeze-dried food, I want you to keep this in your head. When you're eating freeze-dried food, you're not rehydrating a steak and grilling the steak. We pre-cook it and season it with taco seasoning. Every single meal that you have with your group or your household, every scrap left over is going to go in a pot, and that's going to go in the next meal. And your meals are going to be soups or stews. And all that wheat you've been keeping, a lot of people ain't buying wheat because it's expensive. All they're buying is rice. You can make a lot of fucking bread that will expand and give you calories and fill you up when those days come. You're not going to be keto anymore. I know there's big keto people saying they're the keto farm. You're not going to be fucking keto when you're out doing missions and raids and defending and all the shit that's going to happen in an agrarian society. You are not going to fucking be keto. It doesn't fucking exist. It didn't exist then. It's not going to exist when it comes back. So use that now to get your body in shape for what's to come. And at the same time, you should be fucking working out too. All these people in the prepper space want to talk about all the prepping. All you're doing is stocking up a bunch of shit for other people to come and take from you. Bit of a bag addiction. I better look away. What's up? Don't think I could sell chicken, probably the Skittles. My friends think I'm the weird guy for prepping. So go to the gun shop and have the conversation at the gun shops. Go to the sporting goods store, have the conversations there. Have the conversations with your Facebook friends. I can't only means I don't want to. That 99% of the time I can't means I don't want to. I can't run a 5K. You can't? Really? I got a friend's missing a foot and a hand, has been on 7 deployments, special operations deployments after losing the foot and the hand. Can't just means I don't want to. And that's okay. That's okay. But you can. Gluten intolerant and dairy free. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We just made our own chicken broth, probably running that through the freeze dryer next. So that's cool. I'm going to store all kinds of bouillon and shit. I'm going to make broth when I need the broth. Hopefully we'll have the chickens. But if I'm running the freeze dryer, I'm getting the highest value out of the freeze dryer, and that's protein. That's chicken and hamburger. You can totally do shrimp and fish. Your entire house will smell like fish. Hey. What? Speak. I really think I could sell freeze-dried food at our farmer's market. I do too. I do too. And I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't fucking ask. I would just stand around, find the guy open carrying, because there's always one of those retards. Find the guy open carrying. Find the dude with some shirts on that looks like he's kind of your people, and have the conversation with him. Allowed versus able. If you ask, they're probably going to want all kinds of, how was it cooked? How is it served? Don't have the conversation. Just fucking have it with the individual. What's your opinion on wind turbines? Are they a serious source of energy generation sustainability? Guzman, I need you to know that I don't have one. I don't have one. I like the idea of those portable generators. I like the math that I see on them. I like the portable ones that you can just carry around in a Pelican case, put on a pole. Do you have wind consistently enough to run it? Today, it wouldn't have made any electricity here. Solar would have. Do you have any falling water? Falling water will make electricity. I think you need a combination of things and not rely on just one. Vacuum packing leg quarters. VP 210. Scott, right on. I got a 215. Great machines, man. Great machines. Witherspoon, this is the new puppy here. Nate, we sold a bunch of taffy, living free in Tennessee workshop this spring. If you can't convince someone to prep by now after these 2 years, they'll never prep. Well, I would agree with you, right? I would agree with you. But somebody's fucking buying up all this shit because there's nothing for sale. Like, there's nothing in the prepper space. Nobody can get anything because China's shut down, right? China's off. And I can tell you that I typically bought freeze-dried food, like number 10 cans, about $1,000 at a time every month. And that shit always was sold out constantly literally for the last 15 years. Freeze-dried food has been difficult to get when you went to buy it, no matter when. Getting off in a minute. Happy to get in on the mini pack and a few medium closed bags. Thanks again. Awesome. The mini packs are beautiful. So are the closed bags too. I'm assuming you got the Woodland closed bags. Very nice. Very nice. Do you have an ETA multicam tool bag? I do not. Do you have one on order? If you have one on order, reply to your order confirmation. And if you don't have one on order and would like one, send me an email. But you need a few words, right? Just a couple sentences. You send me paragraphs, I won't ever read it. But if you send me an email, because I get these all the time, tool bag. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Well, I don't know what you want. I need a few more words here. So just due diligence, help me, help you. I would like a tool bag when you run them. And typically I'll print that out and Cody will go, hey, what do you want me to run? And I'll be like, run 24 tool bags. I got $200 in freeze-dried food buckets from Amazon. Cody, right on. Mini packs I like the mini pack a lot, Josh. We made the mini pack because I wanted the mini pack. Same with the fanny pack. I don't have one on order. I'll see. Yeah, so just send the email so I have something to print out, chain of custody, right? And then I can just put on there plus 24 or whatever, and we'll build some up. The windmill thing had me thinking, could you use hydropower if you ran water down from the ponds? Hydro for water, you could. But I don't have consistent enough water, right? Because if we don't have a rain event for 3 months, like right now, and the water drops, it won't run. And that's where we're at right now. And my biggest body of water is at the lowest point of the property. And I know you can use water jacks and pumps and all kinds of stuff, right? Terminal velocity from a great distance. I don't have one on order. Mini packs are amazing. Pick the cat up by its head, carry it around in your mouth. Come on, do your job. Pick the cat up by its head. Come on. Do what I showed you to do. Yeah, do that. Chew on the outlet. It's plugged in. Order some more of that freeze dryer stuff you told us about on one of your. I'm not sure what that is. Awesome. What's the new pup's name? Dog 4 or K2? I don't know. I thought Amanda said Kahlua, and I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like Kahlua. I could see that, but she's like, fuck no, I'm not naming the dog Kahlua. She wanted like Athena or some Greek god of war, goddess of war. I don't even try to convince people to prep anymore. That said, some of the preppers I've had phone conversations with are busy worshiping stuff, not skill. That's very true, though, because that's easy, right? Because it's like sex. It's like sex. It's instant gratification. You can do it at home. I mean, you can do it anywhere. But buying things, right? It gives you a sense of security and accomplishment, and it releases endorphins. Like we are addicted to it. It's like positive reassurance. You make a post on social media, and then you open it up to see how many people commented, and when they don't, you're like, oh, maybe I should just delete this and make a different post, right? It's like that, and that's shopping, no matter what you're shopping for. Dog's name is Hera. I don't think that works. Hera. Hera. Yeah, see, both the cats came running, but the dog didn't come. Erin just mentioned she saw it, Hera, Queen of the Gods. Oh, there we go. I mostly purchase tools and parts for my vehicles, right on? What are your plans for the weekend? Chuck, we were having that conversation about an hour ago, and the answer is I don't know. It's going to be 100 degrees, so I don't know. Repair parts from the tools. Laugh out loud. K2 is my vote. Dogs' names are best with 2 syllables according to the internet. How about Aries? Kamala. Fuck no, I would not call it shithead. Usually animals will tell you their name. Cody, I kind of agree with that, actually. I'm okay not having a name for a few months. And the name is only for the fucking people that come around and ask what the name is. The dog knows when I'm talking to it. This dog is super fucking smart already. That dog had never been on a lead until yesterday. And it already walks. I mean, a good trainer could do that too, which I'm not. Tones, yes, I agree. Most of the people on here don't fit into that category. They all self-select out when John tells them to do the things at 4:30 in the morning. Hi, how are you? How are you? How old is this dog? 8 weeks? 10 weeks, Amanda? There are all kinds of stuff in there that will kill you. Come on out of there. I bought a couple vintage parkas with nylon shells. Does nylon develop a smell over decades? They smell like Salvation Army upon them. A lot of military surplus equipment has a coating on it. It's not just the nylon, it's the coating, and it becomes tacky and sticky, and it smells like a surplus store. I have cabinets in the back, and they smell like a surplus store when you open them. So yes, do they develop a smell? Probably. And then I believe they also spray a lot of different shit on military gear to keep bugs from chewing on it and to keep mice and stuff away from it. Petrochemical resin fiber. There you go. 10 weeks old. Nylon is plastic. Huge pup for 10 weeks. Dave Chappelle trained his dog by being a sloppy eater. Dog follows him for scraps. Jeremy, there are day packs on the wall. They are Typhon. Cujo for the pup. I like K2. These were Patagonian Woolrich. So they might not be military surplus then. A lot of military stuff especially soft units and small units, they open purchase from sporting goods stores like REI. All of the SEAL platoons actually had accounts at REI, so they could walk in there and they would just buy ropes and Danner boots and ascenders and descenders and, you know, whatever REI had at the time. They would multi-tools. They bought all their Leathermans and Gerbers and shit through there. Now that might have changed, but I mean, a lot of that stuff. Patagonia, the SEALs issued a ton of Patagonia cold weather systems. So I mean, maybe it has something weird on it. Jeremy, yeah, that's the female right there. That is the female. Is your product IRR? Would that be special orders? I don't even know what IRR is. I don't know. I assume the Striders are gone. I have a few of them. The price went up. I have a few of them. I don't really want to sell them. For the right price, I will sell them. I have one held for John Witherspoon. He's going to bring me gold, silver, or cash. And then I have a few more. I like to keep a lot of them when we do them. I do have a few available. But they call Emperor Red Resistant. Some of it is, some of it's not. Some of it is, some of it's not. That comes down to whether it's that comes down to the wash and the dye that's used. What crossbody bags do you have ready to ship? Crossbody bags. Zero. I had some Tiff Blue crossbody bags. I've been using the fanny pack as a crossbody bag. I have them in woodland, and I have them in black right now. I love that bag. I use it all the time. Amanda wears a fupa as a fanny pack or as a crossbody bag, but I've been using the fanny pack. But as an actual, the product that we call crossbody bag, I'm surprised I don't see. I had 3 in Tiffany Blue. I guess they did sell. They sat here for a few days. I was surprised. Plans to breed. I do not have plans to breed. I have plans to bring in another female. We could in the future breed, but we have a really, really high-end breeder. And he actually goes to Turkey and brings dogs back directly from Turkey. And he goes every couple of years. Sad all my Army surplus stores have closed. That's a trip, right? So Amanda and I actually went to Clarksville, you know, Fort Campbell. And like over half of all the big surplus stores over there, they're there, but they're closed and they've all gone online. And like we do business with a pretty big surplus store. My building's 10,000 feet. I'll bet their building's 30,000, and then they've probably got 50 semi-truck trailers outside full of gear also. And every time we're in there, there's dudes there with trucks and trailers, and they're in there from other countries. They're literally buying up all the mil-spec surplus, U.S. surplus stuff, and they're taking it out to other countries. Donut, where are you? Brian, what's up, buddy? How are you? Sad, all my Army surplus stores. There it is. Minneapolis, Milwaukee. Mr. Ike, what's up? Perma Pastures, what's up? How are you? What's up, what's up? Not this weekend, but next, right? Not this weekend, but next. Billy, I saw you or William, whoever posted the picture of the dog. That looks like Anatolian Shepherd, right? That dog, or at least has some Anatolian in it. I'd buy the dog in this store. I can get you one. $5,000. This dog is 10 weeks old. Hi. What's up? Stock up on dog food. We feed raw. We feed raw. We've been feeding raw for almost 2 years now. We produce a ton of chickens. We use a lot of eggs, and I feed rabbits. Whole, skin on. We don't even have to gut them, cut them, nothing. We just give them rabbits. I have one of my Pyrenees eats everything but the feet and leaves me 4 lucky rabbit's feet. The other dog eats everything, and the other dog eats everything. Hi. Hi. And if it gets to the point, and I know you think that I'm like joking about that, but like if it comes to the point where supply chain is down and you don't have dog food, you will always have criminals. Rabbits are people too. I don't think most of the people that I don't see most of the people that call themselves people as human beings. So I'm really not concerned at all about an animal. What's the best way to feed a dog eggs? So I give my dogs, whenever I pull really dirty eggs, I have a lot of chickens, and we bring them up 100 at a time through the winter. So they're very dense, right? So there's body heat. And a lot of the birds, when they start laying eggs, they don't lay in the nest box. They make nests on the ground because I have a lot of straw and stuff. So they get shitty. So my dirty eggs, we are producing so many eggs every day now. My dirty ones, I don't ever wash off. I just literally throw them in the dog bowls. There's dog bowls all over the place here. I throw them in the dog bowls. I have one dog that eats all the shells and everything and will eat whole eggs. I have another dog that spits the shells out intact. Like they just, like my dogs, we use dog kennels for chicken coops. But I had to cut, so I closed the door and I cut a hole in the wire just big enough for the chickens to get through. Because both of my Pyrenees will rob eggs that are on the ground or on hay bales. They can't get in the nest box. We use, I can't remember the name of it. It's not Featherman. It's, they're rollout nest boxes. They're very, very nice. They have timers on them that open and everything. Anyway, so the dogs can't get those, but I want to control what the dogs eat. I want the dogs to eat when I give them feed, and I want the dogs to not take the chicken eggs. So, but as far as feeding them eggs, they'll just eat them on their own. I feed raw, and he gets 1 raw egg every day. I drink raw eggs before work in Ovaltine. I don't know if my dog would eat a raw... Jason, your dog will eat a fucking raw egg. It's a fucking dog. It'll do it. Absolutely it will. If anything, temperature out of the refrigerator could possibly be the issue, but your dog will eat it, man. Your dog licks its own asshole. It'll eat an egg. People are dropping off record numbers of pets at shelters. They even started dropping off hamsters. I'll take the hamsters. I like pantry hamsters. I like panty hamsters also. If you ever get unborn chicken eggs, dogs love them, or at least pit bulls. And what do you mean unborn chicken egg? What does that mean? Never seen my dog wash an egg before she eats it. No. And when you have company coming over and you have outside dogs, right? You're cleaning the algae out of the dog bowls. Keep in mind, the dogs run around and eat chicken shit all day long, right? So dogs don't get salmonella. Dogs don't get E. coli. They don't get that stuff, right? They eat roadkill and shit, and it doesn't fuck them up. unmatched chick is a... Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I just assumed that all of our chickens are fertilized. There's a ton of chicken rape and duck rape going on up there. Another delay in the feed with the feeding raw issues. Hard boiled or raw? What's the best way to feed? Yeah, anything, man. We clean everything out of the refrigerator. If it's meat, it goes to the dogs. Well, I mean, we have a lot of leftovers. But like we feed the dogs, if we buy something and it doesn't get processed and goes sour, that goes to the dogs. I take whole frozen chickens out of the freezer and defrost them overnight, and those go to the dogs. I take live rabbits and kill them. Those go to the dogs. Grumpy Acres, what's up, man? How are you? The thing to keep in mind with dogs is that they're dogs. If you dumped the nastiest, stinky garbage in your yard and walked away, your dog would eat it. The dog doesn't care. The dogs eat poop. My dog also has access to fresh spring. She prefers the aquaponics water. I saw Jack's dog drinking out of his aquarium today. Half gestation egg was going to hatch, didn't even with... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they'll eat everything, man. 26,000 years, dogs have been man's best friend, eating our garbage and scraps. Sister works for a vet as a secretary. She bought into the Kool-Aid. Got it. And there's a ton of shit you can do. Like, so veterinarian offices make a lot of money selling you drugs. And they're very heavily bought into selling you drugs, right? There's a ton of over-the-counter stuff that you can buy and save yourself thousands of dollars on not only vaccinations, but treatment for your animals. If you're interested, if you get in some livestock guardian groups, livestock guardian dogs, LGD groups, all that information is there. All of it's there. Yeah, they're pharmaceutical pusher, just like your doctor. Just like your doctor. I would like to machine you something if you have a 3D model of your logo. I don't. But somehow people do machine us things and print us things and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know where they get the logo from. I guess they kind of make it. My dogs eat poop, not too worried about it. That's my point exactly, man. My point exactly. My dog ate a skunk. That's crazy. My dog likes to roll in dead animals. Yes. I hand my big dog a big rabbit, like a big rabbit. And he runs off with it and rolls all over it. And if you go out there, you'll usually find it tucked away somewhere, swelled up, stinking. And on the second or third day, he eats those things. And Bryce, that's awesome that you want to build something up. I appreciate it. Fiance and I are having issues with our Roma tomatoes. Looks like rotting under the bottom. So that's called blossom end rot. Blossom end rot. And I think you can use hydrogen peroxide to fix that. I also think you can use like calcium, right? Like Tums, sodium bicarbonate or whatever. Tums, I think, fixes that also. There are dudes in here that probably could answer that much better than I can. And I would tell you that if you're on Facebook, get in some of the raised bed garden groups, and there's a ton of information in there. Every day somebody's asking that exact question. Baking soda. Milk spray for blight. So we get blight here really bad, and blossom end rot. Blossom end rot's usually from what? Too much water? We get blight really bad, so I've just stopped growing tomatoes. We also don't use tomatoes. So I grow cherry tomatoes, and then I dehydrate them and turn them into sun-dried tomatoes. And one day, in 50 years, I'll probably put them in some pasta or something. Or a pizza that we make, in the one pizza in my lifetime that we make in a sun oven. At the end of the day, a dog has a wild spirit. They will eat to be happy and oh yeah, yeah, and they'll pack up if they go. People turn them out, they'll pack up and hunt together. Tums calcium. Also need magnesium. The plant needs both to uptake. Tay Jones, what's up? What's up? Everybody, first of all, 72 people here. Awesome, welcome. I need you to hit that thumbs up button. That number 64 should always, the number of likes should always be double the number of online people watching currently, because people come in for a couple minutes and hit the like button in the beginning of the video. So I need you to bump that up, number one. And number two, are you guys on our text app or our email app? Did you get an email or a text from us tonight? Epsom salt, good for tomatoes. I don't see a thumbs up. So Alyssa, hey, what's up? Back out of the comments. Just back out of the comments, and you'll see it in the bar there, and you'll see the thumbs up there. I heard eggshells will work. Stacy Roth. So I hear that all the time too. I don't think they'll work. Barry, go take an eggshell. Try this. Go take an eggshell and just go to one of your plants where you're growing shit and bury the eggshell. Do that. If you have 10 raised beds, go bury 10 eggshells. Dig the first one up in a week, dig the second one up in 2 weeks, dig the third one up in 3 weeks, dig the next one all the way up to 12, right? At 12 weeks, you'll go to dig that eggshell up. You know what you're going to find? That eggshell's still there. A lot of your crops aren't even going to grow that long. It's bullshit. And I mean, maybe somebody's going to take issue with that and they're going to convince me differently. But if you bury the eggshell will be there when you dig it up. Same with human hair and fur and stuff like that. You need a lot of heat. You could probably break it down in a hot compost pile, but burying it with the plant, I don't think it's going to do anything. I think it's just it's like a placebo to your mind. And by all means, one of you dudes in here that knows more about this shit, if I am wrong, correct me on it. Yeah, you have to get the calcium out of eggshells, you have to use lemon juice or vinegar or something, and it will leach out, and then you let the liquid evaporate, and what you're left with is calcium for the most part. My mother used to make her own calcium, and it was like a week-long process. Eggshells are there after a year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hemp and tomato plants, great roommates in the ground. They excrete each other's needed food. Hemp also hemp does strip heavy metals. Hemp strips a lot of toxins out of the ground. Absolutely it does. Locks them up. When I was on mission last year, NASA had us doing experiments with human hair in regolith to grow clover. Hot compost is the only way I know to properly break down eggshells. Monica, I don't know what that means. So were you growing clover in human hair like as a medium? Barn lime, $4, 50 pounds, crushed limestone, calcium carbonate. There we go. And if you have a lot of rabbits and your manure piles have a lot of flies or they're stinking or anything, you can add some of that in there. Maybe, hold on, let me read that again. Do you have to douse myself in patchouli to grow hemp? Tomato plants. It's like adding vinegar to bones. Eggshells need to be fine powder. Eggshells, hemp, tomatoes. Barn lime. Yeah, lime. So that's what I was thinking was lime. Look at her chase her tail. She was starting to. She's dizzy, falling down. What's the puppy's name? Dog 4 or K2. We just got that dog yesterday. It was delivered here. If you need a dog delivered anywhere in the United States or up to the border of Canada, we've got a great transporter. And he does not charge enough at all. Cane Corso? No, it's a Kangal. If you're not familiar with that, just type in Kangal into YouTube. There's some great videos. Is this a store or this guy's basement? Now, I can't tell if you're talking shit because you said a few things that kind of made me question that. So I'll start with, what the fuck do you think it is? Like, how did you get here? I can't, like, clear it up for me. Are you being an asshole? Or do you have some value to add here? How come the cool kids in the chat have a blue star? I want a blue star. I don't even see a blue star. I really don't know. So this is I bought 10 acres of property 7 years ago that was a gravel pit, and we turned it into a farm/homestead. This building, the doors were welded shut when I bought it. This is a 10,000 square foot steel building that I put a 6,000 foot loft in. There's a motocross track. I had a motocross track here. We took a D6 Caterpillar dozer and cut a full-blown motocross track. So that's not, parts of it are here still. Like, you could still, we jumped razors is really what we did more than anything. I have a gym in the back. I've got a cardio studio upstairs. I have a museum upstairs. I follow special ops video. Got it, okay. Thanks for all the info for the tomatoes rotting. I'm doing it. You know, another thing that fucks your tomatoes up, a lot of commercial growers for tomatoes grow in row houses. Like, getting your leaves of your tomatoes wet destroys your tomatoes. Like, if you can control it, a lot of tomatoes are grown hydroponic or aquaponically, and they just use a drip system to the media. So and a lot of, I've been in some commercial tomato grows. The tomato stalks are literally as big around as your hand, and they're 8 feet tall, and there's no branches. They pull all the branches off and they grow the tomatoes right on the main stalk. I was a cool kid when the chat was on Facebook. Word Prussia, what's up? Supporter, pay the 99 cents and get a star. Is that what that means? Thank you, guys. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Was the breeder out your way? Josh, the breeder's in North Carolina. The breeder's in North Carolina. I think he's coming down for Self-Reliance 4. We have an event here. We've been doing it every 3 months called Self-Reliance Festival. We had one in June and we had 563 people here. I think like right around that number, 563, maybe it's 650. 653, I think is the number. We'll have 1,000 this time. We have people that are the top in their industry coming and speaking and presenting. Several of them are on this video right now. And if you want to know anything about food production, self-sufficiency, homesteading, small business, scaling a business, there's a lot. Man, I've been looking for these. Nope, I have not been looking for these. I thought these were my earbuds. Man, that's going to punch a hole in that fucking couch there. Had a wrench. I'm not really on enough to moderate. Hit the $ button right. You have any old war memorabilia? Some. Which war though, you know? World War II. Not much, man. Have some Prussia stuff. It just says super sticker or highlighted message. So, Alyssa, when I look at channels, I always see different shit too. Like I'll go watch my video, and it's like, would I like to leave a super chat on my video, and then become a member? And sometimes when I go to look, it's different, right? So I get it when people are like, they don't see the same thing. Might be a Nazi knife holder. I have no idea. Can we talk about how excited I am to get my SV Strider? Alyssa, so we shipped them all next day, and UPS did not come pick them up. So they'll pick them up tomorrow, which means they won't be fucking getting there next day, because they won't be there till Monday. But they were shipped. Here, actually, we'll go downstairs. I'll show you them. They're all fucking sitting here. So Amanda spent over an hour with customer service. And they're like, well, they'll call you tonight. They'll come pick them up tonight. They'll call you on the way. They ain't coming here. Super chatter, stick empty. What's up, buddy? Won't work. iPhone I had to join from computer. Weird. Got my grandfather's. Why are you all wet? Is that pee? Makarov. That's cool. So they're all right here. They're being sent. Signed receipt also. Contract rate, shipping fee. How much did these fucking cost to ship, Amanda? I see $95. Residential address surcharge. Holy shit. Fuel. So look at this shit, guys. These are all the fees they charge, right? Shipping total. Residential, they're charging me $5 to send it to your house. $54 to ship it. $14 fuel surcharge. $6, $5.50 for confirmation. Declared value, $17. That can't be fucking right. Shipping fee, additional optional fee, combined charges, contract rate. Holy shit. Ed, I don't know when you made that comment. I just walked through upstairs there. You just saw some of it. Puppy 8 figured out step shit. No. Rural routes are way more expensive with them. UPS sucks before, well, the guys that come in here, the best. FedEx, it's gotten better. Our mail carriers are pretty good, but UPS is the best for us. UPS is saying they will destroy tactical packers. Okay, let me head that off. No, they're not. That is not what they said. They said gun parts. What you might not be aware of is that that is a government mandate. UPS issued a statement on it. FedEx and USPS, you haven't seen their statement yet. Do you think USPS isn't going to do that? I'm surprised they didn't come out first saying it. And it's not tactical stuff. It's firearm parts. And it wasn't firearm parts. It was 3D printed firearm parts, I'm pretty sure. USPS still Trump era leadership. Hit the channel name, it's under membership. I guess I better look at the stairs. I try to fucking look through this monitor here. I'm just going up here to turn these lights off. Man, I have too many fucking light switches. I thought it was a good idea to put all these three-way light switches in this fucking place. Order a 80% and all the parts that might go on it. You hear the dog? Have you ever gone to the CMP store for Garand's at camp? I have not. No, I haven't. Hell, the other day, QR day. Show me your red room. I don't have a red room. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. My old office had a red wall in it, but I don't have a red room. I'm probably just not picking up what you mean. It's probably in reference to something. A friend of mine, Brownell shipment was lost. Never seen a store like this one. So that's not a store. That's basically my living room. We built this building out, put in 2 big conference rooms because I wanted an airplane wing table desk, you know. So we built 2 conference rooms. We never had a conference in them ever. I had high-end reptiles on one side and a tattoo studio on the other side. Yeah, it's in reference to that book, All the Chicks Love 50 Shades of... Oh, yeah, I've never seen it. All right, guys. Everybody new here, welcome. Everybody that's been here, thanks for coming back. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. The content's a little bit different, both places. But I post more frequently on Instagram and TikTok. So follow there if you're there, like join. You'll probably you'll get more interaction probably. Also on Facebook, I'm on Locals Float, MeWe, Gitter, and Truth Social. I'm all of those places. So the website's SOE Tactical Gear. We're kind of hard to do business with. I live literally in the middle of nowhere. I hire everybody I can get, and I can't build enough product. I can sell $1 million in sales on a weekend. I can only build $250,000 to $500,000 a month. So a lot of times we have customers that have been customers for a long time. We have a text app. And then I also post on social media. So when you see something on social media, like those woodland lever gun rigs we did yesterday, I put them on social media. And on TikTok, there's a bunch of people like, how do we buy them? Where do we get them? I don't have to post any words because my customer base bought them while they were all asking where to get them. I get it. That's terrible business. Whatever, I get it. The difference is that I've been in business 35 years, and the people complaining have never paid an employee ever. So my shit's not changing. Like, he should hire more people. I'd love to. So if you ever see anybody say that, just reply to them. Why don't you shut the fuck up and go ahead and move there then? Because I hire everybody. So if you aren't familiar, we build everything right here in this building. Raw goods come in, we cut it up, we sew it on all these sewing machines, and we ship it out from ship stations right here and here. And we ship about 200 boxes every day out of here. We take 2 truckloads of mail to the post office. So if you think you want, our product is hard to get. It sells faster than we make it is the point. And if you want it, the only way you're going to get it is to follow us on the different social media platforms and get on our email list and our text app. An email went out tonight. About 10 minutes before that, a text went out, and most of that shit all sold out already. Is this place North Carolina? No, I'm in Camden, Tennessee, between Memphis and Nashville. I started this company 35 years ago in San Diego. After a few years, I moved up by Camp Pendleton, and I was a couple miles out from the main gate. Trying to get my blue stars pissed me off. I thought you're the social media account manager. Come on. Woodland fanny packs come in tomorrow. Right on. My bank account is empty. And it's staying empty. Right on. Trying to get a blue star. Will there be more lever action rigs? My brother would love one. You might still be able to get a woodland one. I don't know. Did you see the video yesterday of all the woodland? This is what was here this morning. They might all be sold out. Will there be more? Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Blue star. Everybody got fucking blue stars but Alyssa. That's funny as shit. A Dillon 650? Yeah, I've heard of a Dillon 650. Progressive reloader, electric? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. Alyssa, I keep going to convert my TikTok to a business account, but then it says I have to use like copyright friendly music. Does that mean I can't use any of the fucking music I've been using if I make it a business account? Working on a new kit to make the press more efficient. Right on. Cash is king. Well, you won't be buying my shit unless you're driving to Camden, Tennessee with cash. I mean, you could mail it to me. No, you can't. You can mail it to me, but I won't take your order through the mail. Do you see these guys? You see these right here? These are no sugar donuts. And I give them to people. I'm like, here, eat this donut. And they don't believe me that they're low carb, no sugar donuts. These are mother of macros meals. Frozen, it takes about 4.5 minutes. And if you have them in the fridge, it takes about 2 minutes to warm them up. And they have a lot of options. You guys can check them out at motherofmacros.com. You should go there and look anyways. Even if you don't need food or you think you don't want it, you should go there and look. Like, the food is very good. It looks fucking good. It tastes good, and it's good for you. Donuts. I still haven't tried them. Oh, Monica, man. Monica. Did you try the parfait? Yes, I did. Yes. I most certainly did. The churro one, wasn't it churro parfait? And then there's a banana one too, right? We just started a machining business and trying to hit it hard. Right on. Right on. Get some product out there, man. Get the social media. What's your name of your page there? Rice Dupuis. I loaded Infac. Fits perfectly in the utility pocket of the microwave. Yes. Two pull-out med trays will fit in the utility pocket perfectly. Or one smoke and a pull-out med tray. Or 4 M4 mags will fit in the utility pocket there. An old school SOE plate carrier comes up on eBay. GB, everything we made old school sells for thousands of dollars on eBay. I have customers that order stuff. A lot of stuff you order, we don't have it. Like, it'll ship when we make it. They'll order 10 of something, and then they sell it on eBay for twice the price because people don't like to wait. And then there's a lot of people that just don't like me because I'll just tell them what I think, right? If you message me complaining, I just kill your order. What? I didn't want my order canceled. Like, a dude's like, why didn't you fucking, he literally said, why didn't you fucking tell me that it's 8 to 12 weeks before I ordered? Well, the website does say it. The website does say that. And you know what he ordered? Right here. Pull out med trays. So I just canceled his order. I didn't even reply to him. I just canceled it and refunded it. He's like, I didn't want my order canceled, but since it's canceled, go ahead and leave it canceled. I'm like, and I replied, I said, you had no say in the matter. It's all how you use your words. We could have shipped that shit today to you. I just don't want you as a customer. Because the guy that's complaining about some bullshit before it happens, had he said, hey, is there any way this could ship faster? The dude you're talking to or the girl you're talking to at the service desk or whatever, they can almost always give you what you want. And they can also keep you from getting what you want. Always. Did I make a coupon? No, I don't have time to, man. We don't have to do we don't need to do a discount. Everything we have is sells. Chris Watkins, what's up, buddy? Interesting to be the only 18, 19-year-old business owners, you know. Don't tell them your age. Don't tell them your age. I started doing this when I was 16 years old. Don't tell them your age. Or do, whatever. But I mean, I wouldn't tell them. I wouldn't put it up. I actually fit 5 M4 mags in my utility on the micro. Stacked in a row instead of, yeah, I guess you could. It would bow out that 5th one. Bought a shotgun micro rig from you back in 2014. Still, it better still be running perfect. Work in East Tennessee, Chris, right on. Otterbox or the Pelican equivalent, I forget the models, will fit perfectly in the utility pouch. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Use SOE 10 for a discount at Mother of Macros. I wasn't even going to tell you that. The food's, it's worth just buying. Oh, it doesn't matter what you think. You shouldn't have to convince them. Make something so cool that you don't have to try to sell it, right? Make something so fucking cool and useful that you don't need to explain it. We're not open to locals, right? Guys come in here and they're like, what do you guys do? And we tell them and they're like, I didn't know this was here. I go, yeah, that's on purpose. There's a lot of poverty mindset here in the middle of nowhere where we are. And they come in here and they're like, how much is this belt? This belt's $70. What? I can get a belt at Walmart for $20. I go, exactly why I didn't invite you in here. If I have to tell you why my prices are what my prices are, you're not my customer. I don't need you as, like, that's what people don't realize, right? People are so stuck on the customers. The customer is almost always fucking wrong. Almost always. And I'm standing here telling 84 people this, right? We sell everything we make. The most powerful word in sales is no. But when I say it, I'm not trying to trick you. Like, I actually mean it. When I tell people, when guys are like, man, I want one of those woodland micro rigs, and I'm like, hey, you should leave right now and go buy one. I'm not trying to tough sale you or trick you into going and buying it. Like the real answer is, I need you to realize I genuinely do not give a shit if you buy this, because the chances are that it's already 100% sold out and you couldn't buy it anyways. Like if you sent a message and you're like, I am going to die tomorrow if I don't have this, this will save my life, I spoke to the devil last, whatever. Chances are those are sold out anyways. Plan to die tomorrow. If you're a professional athlete, what sport or league would you have played? I hate ball sports. I hate fucking all organized sports. I wouldn't have fucking played any of them. I think it's a waste of time. It always baffles me when people sit around and watch the fucking television, especially when they've never played the game. I hate nothing more. Well, I hate a lot of things, but I can't even fathom people talking about football on Monday or, you know, Monday quarterbacking or whatever. Like, they're not out there. And you usually look at them and they couldn't play the game anyways. Sports ball. I have a belt from 2012, I think, prior to the tag, still running strong. We have belts out there that are 30 years old. I get emails, I don't know, once a month probably. We have old riggers belts. Hey, quit it. We have old riggers belts that are 30, 35 years old. Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady because he does commercials. Hey, leave it. Storm messing with internet. Yeah, I mean, if you want the best, we make the best. You want hand holding and coddling and conversation, you'll get plenty of conversation every night. If you send me an email, though, I probably won't reply to you. If it's actionable, I will print it and get it handled in motion. But if you're looking for conversation, it's not going to happen. You want to talk to me, it's on social media. If you ever contact me about an order, whenever you order, my system's going to send you an email. If you ever ask or want to have a conversation about that order, find that email and hit reply and type out 1 to 3 sentences. Just tell me what you want. And then I'm going to scroll to the bottom and I'm going to look at it and it's going to be actionable. There's a hyperlink in there from the email. Leave it. No. Puppy teeth. There's a hyperlink that I can click that will take me directly to my order website. Chew on the cat. Hay sheep to eat that ship with thorns. I have 4 SOE rigs, 2 micros, a shoddy, split front, and literally bought them, told people about them, and they were sold out when those dudes went to purchase. Yeah, it happens all the time, man. There's a special satisfaction coaching youth sports, even softball. Yeah, absolutely, Grumpy. Absolutely. And it does teach kids things, right? It does teach kids things. Same with martial arts. I think they should have martial arts classes, like real ones, in school. What's the dog's name? Dog 4 or K2. Amanda has some name, but that dog won't know its name. Our business is around 3 months old. Right on, man. Right on. What is your Instagram page? My puppy chews up old sneakers. John's puppy chews up $300 bag. He does. She doesn't. That dog will be outside tomorrow. She just doesn't have her shots yet, so that's the concern. Parvo is the actual concern. That's what I'm worried about, is Parvo. Do I want the dog obedience trained? No, not really. She already will walk on a leash, but other than that, no, that dog's gonna free range with the other two females. Persistent losers eventually win. My pets seem to be groomed. My pets are not groomed at all. This dog came from the breeder, was delivered yesterday. It just looks like that. It's a short-haired dog. It'll have blood and mud all over it very soon. The cats, they're kittens. Those kittens are actually very young, and they groom themselves. Line training, or whatever the Marine Corps calls it, should be, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, it should be. Monkey stomp. Who would you recommend for a plate carrier? Whatever you want. Literally, go buy whatever the fuck you want. Like, what brand do you think is good, and which one will do what you want it to do? That's the real answer. One that holds your plates. If you free range your dogs, are you worried that they get aggressive? No socialization. I have a dog that would bite every person that comes on the property. Absolutely. We did not socialize. This dog here, we are social. We are letting people pet her. She will be exposed to people. But really, she will be with my two other livestock guardian dogs, and those females will train her up. They will, when she goes after a chicken aggressively, they will jump all over her shit. They will teach her. Yes, sniff the dog's butt. And that dog will actually be fenced in 3 acres with 2 other dogs. She'll be up there with all of the poultry and sheep very soon. Gramps taught hunter safety course, YMCA, right on. Get you a slick carrier, run a micro rig. Yeah, just get what you need, man. And really, it's like vehicles. You want something that goes fast? Buy you a sports car. You want something that goes off-road? Buy you a 4-wheel drive, right? You want something with all-terrains? You want something with Pirelli P0s on it, right? They're different applications. When you get one thing that does everything, it doesn't do anything really, really well, right? So get you something. What are you most likely to wear, right? Are you going to wear soft armor most of the time if you put plates in it and it only holds plates? Are you going to wear it like the armor? The best armor to have is the armor when you get shot. Imagine a child learning a firearm as a tool and not a toy. I don't think even the toy thing is bad, right? We all played guns as kids, BB gun wars and all that shit. I don't think that's the problem. I think you teach the kid that the gun is a tool and still let them play as a child, right? But at a certain age, that changes. I think you should be teaching kids how to just do a fucking Excel spreadsheet. I think you should teach kids about debt, but they can't have that. We need to realize the reality is you need to realize it's not public school, it's government school. They are teaching liberals, Democrats, whatever, the left, they don't have children. They have your children. And how do they fucking turn your children against you? They teach them a bunch of crazy shit. When visitors enter your property with their pets, do you let them know that their pets might be bitten? Yogi, visitors don't come here with their fucking pets. If you have to ask me, can you bring your dog here? The answer is fucking no, you can't bring your dog here. Everything here will kill your animal. Great Wolf up there, he brings his dog here. It's never a problem. My dogs are behind fences. But if you have a emotional support animal, stay the fuck home. It's not welcome here. When we have to have can I bring my kids? No, you can't bring your fucking kids here. Everything here can kill your kids. You know whether your fucking kids can, if you have to ask, the answer is no. If you just walk in here and your kids are like little adults, nobody's going to question it. Quit. Leave it. Leave it. Now. You can have this. Come here. This is yours. This is yours. Saw an article that said females own 80% of all debt in America. Does that make sense? It does not make sense to me. People send me a lot of things like this poll says this, or somebody sent me something today that said 79% of all hospitalized COVID patients currently are vaccinated. I don't dispute that, but I'd like to know where the information came from. Go give your wife a credit card. Cody, give me one of your credit cards. I'll max it out. My wife fucking handles all the bills here. I make the money, she spends the money. My wife's credit cards are not maxed out. You just have the wrong bitch. Yeah, your kids are homeschooled. Yeah. And they fucking are working too. Firearm safety. Yeah, my mom had archery and firearm safety in Kearney Mesa, right by Mission Valley, Fashion Valley in San Diego. 80% seems on it. Does. Seen Biden had COVID. Yeah, well, I saw Biden say he had cancer. And then the White House came out and said he had COVID, I guess. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anything Biden says. I don't think Biden knows what he says. I don't care. 38, still play toy guys. What's up, man? I find if I buy the plates you want first, then you buy a carrier that fits those plates, it works out better for you. I bought a Faro Slickster, then later bought some Hesco. Yeah, the Hesco plates are awesome. I think the Faro carrier is awesome. I've got several London Bridge carriers floating around here. I got all kinds of London Bridge shit. I've got a lot of different things. As long as the vice president gets into power. Who cares? It's not going to be any different for you or I. Do you really think that Biden or her are in charge of anything? It's not. They're not. Those are just talking points that we waste time on. It's not actionable. No matter what they do, you and I can't change it, derail it, anything. So we're off spending our time on our businesses and making money. If we think hard times are coming, you will be way better off when the hard time comes if you have more money prior and you have business and you have your shit together. But all those things, why do they have politics? It's a distraction. That's your bread and circuses. It is to distract you. Because when we talk about negative things like that, it derails you. When you discuss and you spend time on negative topics, you have more negativity coming. It's the fight or flight syndrome, right? It's the cortisol. It's the adrenaline release. And you don't sleep well. You're not rested when you wake up. And you don't have positive dreams. You subconsciously think about the silly negative shit. It prevents you from being what you can be. And when you know that, your life will change. You really want to change? You want something actionable you can do that'll literally change your life tomorrow? When you wake up in the morning, don't touch your cell phone for 90 minutes. Don't check your messages. Don't look at any social media shit 90 minutes. Be alone with your thoughts for 90 minutes. You will find that your day, your creativity is very different. Your follow-through is very different. And when those things happen, your finances become very different. What would my advice be for a new business owner? Do everything you're doing as though it's important, and if it's not important, you don't have time to do it. You don't have time for a relationship. You don't have time for anything other than business for 5 years. Every dollar you make goes back into the business. Every fucking dollar. You don't need a jet ski. You don't need movies. You don't get shit for 5 years. You live on a piss-stained mattress in the back of the fucking shop and you don't have a fucking apartment. You live in the building. I can't do that. I'm not zoned. You don't fucking ask. You just do it. 5 years. Every dollar goes back into the business. You take nothing out of the business. If you're hungry, you get a part-time job to feed yourself for 5 years. And if you do that, that's the difference between you making millions of dollars a year and you never touching $100,000 a year. That's the advice I would give you. It's the advice I'd give me if I could go back and talk to 20-year-old me. Do everything you do in life as though it's important. And if it's not important enough, then don't fucking do it. Don't fuck around with people who doubt you. Don't try to convince people who doubt you. You want to see who your friends are? Start a business. They'll be the first ones there asking for a discount. Get an attorney. Yeah, let me give you another piece of advice. When you're setting up your bank accounts, you set up another separate account. It's called theft or robbery or IRS. 33 cents of every dollar that you make goes in that other account. 33 cents of every dollar immediately goes into the other account. And you can move it once a day or once a week, whatever. You could have your bank set up that 33% of everything you deposit into your operating account goes into theft account. At the end of the year, you'll get a little bit of that money back, but you will never be in trouble with the IRS if you put 33 cents of every dollar you make away. And you might think, it don't matter. And it doesn't. But it might 10 years down the road. My ideas will get me killed. I got you, buddy. It'll definitely get you kicked off social media. I was going to buy a new motorcycle, but thought to myself, I don't need it. So why not? I always look at new motorcycles. I love looking at new motorcycles, especially on social media. I have 24 motorcycles right now. I don't ride. John Lovell was here today. He's like, do you ride these things? Like, when's the last time you rode these? He's like, man, you could sell all this shit and have fucking millions of dollars. I'm like, I like all this shit. And Bryce, the difference with asking me that question and asking other people that question is I actually run a business. I'm 50 years old, and whatever mistakes you think there are to make, I've made mistakes that you've never even thought of. I've been to federal prison. I've made millions of dollars. I've lost millions of dollars. Not lost it, but was stolen or, lost it when the ex had it, right? Lost control of it, came home from prison with no money whatsoever. I didn't even have a driver's license or a social security number. I had no documentation as to who I was. And I came home from federal prison to a halfway house. And to get out of the halfway house, you had to stay in the halfway house 100%, and you could only go out of the halfway house to work or look for a job. I got served with divorce papers and a restraining order the first 30 minutes I was at the halfway house. I went and got a part-time job that day, went to a pizza place, convinced them to give me a position as a delivery driver, even though I had no driver's license and no documentation as to who I was. I said, let me work within the store. Give me a week to get my paperwork and documentation together. And if I don't produce it, you don't have to pay me because I'm not on your payroll. I said, I'm only going to work for you for 6 months. But when I leave in 6 months, in a year, 2 years, and 5 years, you're going to try to find me and get me to come back because I'm going to be the best employee you ever had. By the end of the week, I had 3 jobs working 80 hours. I rented 2 sewing machines, even though I owned over 100. I didn't have access to them. I rented 2 sewing machines, called up my vendors, said, hey, I'm home from prison. I need you to believe in me. I need you to send me some samples, and I need you to send me some goods. We've done millions of dollars in business, and you can trust that we will again. And they sent me a bunch of materials and samples and shit. I made $1 million the first year I was home out of my mother's garage working my own business. $1 million. And still held 3 part-time jobs. That's the difference when you have a conversation with me versus somebody else on the internet. How much time? 22 months, Lompoc, federal prison in Santa Barbara. It doesn't matter until, yeah, I like to say it's never a problem until it's a problem. See, I know my attorney likes to remind me, he's like, John, you might be right. On the other hand, you know what the execution of a federal search warrant looks like. I was on CNN for 3 days when they raided my shop in Oceanside. 13 agencies were there. FBI, DEA, ATF, INS, Border Patrol, San Diego Zoo was there. Zoning was there. Animal Control was there. Humane Society. It's amazing how many agencies they have separate that are for animals. Because I had a huge reptile collection. There were some other people there too. Ever thought about writing a book? I won't write a book ever. My book will get written when somebody's interested in enough that comes and spends time here and actually knows me and takes what I say and dictates it. Do you think there's a stigma label put on people who are divorced? There's a huge stigma label on people who are divorced in Asia. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think it's more common. I think it's more common to be divorced than to actually have a relationship that works. Yeah, John was here. I got to spend probably 90 minutes with Yeager and John Lovell, and super cool. Met him before, and we didn't talk 1 second about anything tactical or guns. We talked farm, we talked horses, we talked money strategies. Not a fucking single word was spoken about firearms or tactical anything. Is Lovell in Tennessee? No. Lovell was here visiting James. Came down specifically to hang out with James. They're pretty good friends. And he is in Georgia. John has a farm, like a full-blown farm, and horses, like a bunch of horses and cows that are giving babies, and he's learning to rope and all that deal. No. So Lovell doesn't actually shoot. Lovell stands in front of a camera. Like, they have a full-blown production company. He does videos, but he doesn't cut any video or run cameras or anything. We were told by Mr. Billy to get on your lives. Bryce, welcome. Welcome. You're the guy working on the Dillon 650 stuff, is that correct? Would you have had such a fast come up after prison if you were selling a skill versus a product? I would have. Are you asking me if it's the same thing? It's all the person. It's mindset. It literally is mindset. That's why I drive on this so much. Oh, you can't run a 5K? Really? You can't run a 5K? Huh. Why? Are you missing both your feet? Because there's dudes doing 5Ks on their hands. I have 4 different friends who are missing limbs. 3 of them are missing multiple limbs, who have done between 3 and 7 more deployments after them being blown up with special operations units. But you can't run a 5K. I'm not talking to any of you. That's just the conversation, though. And that's how you do everything, right? If you think you're having a hard time, I got a friend. He's on Instagram. Titanium, man, I can't remember his handle on there. Titanium. He's a motorcycle rider, right? Little black dude. Got in a wreck. A car T-boned him. And he has a lot of videos of them holding his leg after they amputated it, right? So he has a prosthetic. Titanium Tarzan. If you're ever having a bad day, get on Instagram and check out Titanium Tarzan. Tell him I sent you. Your perspective will change. sorry for the noob question. Are you open to the public? I'd love to come buy some gear in person. I'm an hour away. We are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And every 90 days, we have an event here called Self-Reliance Festival. And we open the property on Friday, and you can camp here. But that's really the time to come. If you really want some one-on-one time and you want to hang out and really see something cool, we're doing a swales installation class here with tractors. And we're going to have, I don't know, there'll probably be 100 people here next weekend. But October 1st and 2nd is Self-Reliance Festival. I expect we'll probably have around 1,000 people here. We have speakers coming from all over the United States. Jack Spearco will be here. Tons of people. Billy and William will be here. Grumpy Acres will be here. Tons of guys that are top in their industry, huge YouTube channels will be here presenting and speaking. And you can talk directly to them. They'll all talk to you and have a conversation with you. And then 4 days prior to that, rolling into October 1st and 2nd, is a 4-day meat processing class. We're going to teach you how to take live animals and turn them into meat. And then we're going to eat all that meat here. And as far as like would I have been as successful, because if I was a welder, I'd be welding artwork and statues and high dollar tables, and I'd be selling them to rich people. It's perception of value. A dude with a lot of money won't buy something that's inexpensive. A guy with no money only wants shit that's inexpensive and then still doesn't buy it. Like TikTok's a trip to me, right? Because my audience is growing hugely on TikTok. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that are on there like, I was going to buy this, but then I saw the price, and that's just outrageous. I'm not trying to educate them. Like, literally, I block them. If you tell me my shit's too expensive, you're the customer that I don't want in my clientele list. You are toxic, and you are contagious, and I don't want my customers or my followers or my fans or people I interact with, I don't want them exposed to you. So I don't try to win them over. I literally remove them from anything that is my life so that they can't take 1 second of my headspace, because I know where I'm going, and I don't have time to be distracted. Ferrari, not Ford. That's right, Josh. I've said it a million times. I'm not trying to put a car in every driveway. We're Ferrari. We build the best. If I want you to buy my shit, I'll call you and invite you to buy my shit. I have a friend that's a very high-end knife maker that says that. Oh, man, if I want you to buy one of my knives, I'll call you and ask you to buy it. He's not kidding. He's dead fucking serious. I don't want to plug the Instagram for the business unless that's okay. If you would like to check it out, what do we do? Bryce, I just fucking told you what's your Instagram. I would not have asked you otherwise. If for some reason you're not comfortable posting that here, that's fine. Don't post it here. But you're talking to me right now. This is your opportunity to get 73 people who probably none of them have ever heard of you that will look at your Instagram page. And there are some social media account managers that are on this video right fucking now. B&B machine, right on, perfect. I will look at it. On the freeze-dried goods you make, not for sale, do you do any raw food products, or is it all pre-cooked? So we were doing raw food. We freeze-dried a bunch of like raw chicken breast. We did shrimp. We've done a lot of raw. But then I'm of the mindset that I'm really terrible. Like we have a chef, right? Josh, who's on here, was a chef here for several years. A little shout out to him. He opened 14 restaurants for Wolfgang Puck. Executive chef, corporate chef, Cordon Bleu Academy, like a big fucking deal, right? Jeremy cooks here 3 days a week now. So we have meal prep, right? Jeremy cooks amazing. I'm very lazy. I have 3 commercial freezers here. like the ones at Walmart, like the 3-door commercial freezers, right? The exact same ones Walmart has, full of meat. I've got a cow in one. I do 75 chickens a year, giant chickens so big that we have to put them in turkey bags, right? I won't ever pull raw meat out and cook it. We go to restaurants almost like 4 times a week. We go out to eat and we drive over 2 hours to have a very good meal. So I am of the concept, I'm of the belief, we don't eat any of this storage food. If the time comes that we're going to eat the storage food, fuel is going to be an issue. Plus, smell travels, right? When the time comes that you're eating freeze-dried chicken, last thing you want to do is be trying to rehydrate and cook some chicken in your backyard over your campfire, because that draws bad guys. So, everything we're going to eat, for the most part, is going to be in some kind of broth, stew, or soup. And all the scraps are going to go into the next pot that's going to become the next meal. So, with that said, we primarily, if the freeze dryer is running, we're doing protein, because I have thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of bags of rice. This rice right here, that's just rice we ain't putting Mylar bags inside buckets yet. That's rice we haven't poured into 55-gallon drums yet, right? So we have calories. It's the protein we're going to want. So we buy Tyson chicken breast. I know, Tyson's the devil, full of antibiotics and hormones. I get it. The time comes we're eating that, that's the least of my worries. So we buy Tyson chicken breast. We buy, how many, 20 pounds at a time? She can't hear me. I think we buy 20 pounds of Tyson chicken at a time at Sam's Club. It comes here, gets cubed up about 1.5 inch squares, and then goes into some giant pans on this commercial stove inside here in the kitchen, and gets covered in taco seasoning from Sam's Club, and we cook all of that. And then she goes back and forth between hamburger and chicken, hamburger, chicken. And we do 20 pounds of each at a time. And that gets processed about 3 times a week. That gets put into 1-pound bags. 1-pound bags get put into these boxes. Oh, I don't know where they all went. They get put into these clear Rubbermaid containers so that I can easily see what's in them. We use a black Mylar bag. We use a silver Sharpie. We write what contents is in there and then the date. But we cook it all because you're probably, if the time comes that you're eating that shit, you're probably not ever seeing a propane refill. Your natural gas might run for some time. I would have told you 2 years ago, 3 years ago, your natural gas will almost always stay on. But natural gas didn't stay on in Texas during the freeze, so be aware of that. And if society collapses, what is left of government will not be on your side. They will do things to control you, and that will include turn off your natural gas. Any advice for her to overcome her self-consciousness? John, I have a friend who is extremely self-conscious about other people's view. For example, she couldn't go anywhere, Mall's grocery store, because she is worried she may seem like a loner. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. No, I don't, man. I'm sure there's a bunch of YouTube channels. I've never had those problems. I don't really have friends that have problems. That sounds medicated to me. And if society collapses, that's going to be very hazardous or very low input for the cause or the need. I really don't, man. Especially with the last 2-3 years. There's still motherfuckers walking around in public wearing costumes, right? Masks. Put a fucking mask on and go out in public. Nobody can see your face. I really don't, man. I'm really of the, I don't hang around with broken people. I don't hang around with very many people anyways. I have a few friends and lots of acquaintances. And if you want to spend time with me, you have to come where I am. That's your opportunity to spend time with me is come to one of my events. Like, dudes are always like, I want to come hang out. I don't fucking hang out. You can't keep up with me to hang out. So as far as your friend, I really don't know, man. I really don't. Some people still haven't left their homes. That's true. That's true. How many pounds of chicken do we do at a time? 20?
20.
Yeah. Started putting food in buckets, but I'm running out of room for my buckets. Get a self-storage unit. Get a storage unit, take the platform under your bed and throw it away, and put your mattress on top and your box spring on top of your buckets. Do you have stairs in your house? Most stairwells have dead space underneath them. Dry goods, your Christmas decorations, your old clothing. But you can do a ton of stuff because I did it in an apartment. Attic space, but I'm worried about the heat. Yeah, don't put your food in the attic. Put the shit under the stairs in the attic and put your food under the stairs. Wild animals will breed until the food supply is exhausted and begun dying. Yeah. There's not gonna be all these guys that think they're gonna go out and shoot some deer. No, you're not. Everyone had that idea. After the Great Depression, we didn't have turkeys here. You know when we got turkeys here in Tennessee? In 1990 when they reintroduced them. Some people need to look in the mirror. I don't even know what that's in regards to. Getting close to buying a harvest right. Aren't you an affiliate? How do I get credit when I buy? Yeah, I am an affiliate. You go to any of my YouTube videos or even my website. It's on the website, right?
It's on the website. It's on all the emails, all the promo emails too.
All of our promo emails, every email we send out. You can go to our website. The link is there, and every one of my videos has a link there. Sometimes it doesn't copy over all the way. I've seen some people say that the link doesn't work. Yes, I am an affiliate. Yes, I do get a little bit of a percentage off when you buy at Harvest Right. And then I see guys like you just said, you're almost ready. If it's a money thing, you can get a Home Depot card, 0% interest, 0 fee. You can buy the Harvest Right, and it's 0% for what, like 6 months or something?
Something like that. But Harvest Right offers a layaway program, and they offer where you can put like $1,000 down now, and then in 8 weeks when your Harvest Right is ready to ship, they expect you.
Did you guys hear that? You can put $1,000 down with Harvest right now, and in 8 weeks when it's ready to ship, you can pay the difference. They also have a layaway plan. So don't get stuck on using my affiliate code if it helps you get the results that you want, right? Do whatever's best for you. How do I learn to sew and make? Yeah, I taught myself. And keep in mind, I taught myself when the internet didn't exist. There was no YouTube. There was nothing. Link works. Units are 8 to 12 weeks out. Yeah, when I bought mine, it was 4 months. Within 12 months of Great Depression, almost all wild game would be on extinction list by 90s standards. Took over half a decade from wild game to come back. Yeah, they say that the forestry in the United States was such that a squirrel could jump from tree to tree from New York to California and never touch the ground. Link works. Awesome, Scott. Thank you. People need to look within, realize they are citizens, not subject. Yeah, absolutely. Allowed versus able. Philip Strother, how are you, man? All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here in just a second. Elk is finally hunted in Pennsylvania in the last few years. Elk were all over western Pennsylvania. Yeah, bison, same deal, bisons. The government did most of this shit, right? All the bison, the government did that. To fuck the Indians, the Native Americans. Just keep in mind, your government tolerates you. It is continuity of government, not continuity of civilization or public or your family. Your government keeps you around and doesn't mass exterminate you because they steal money from you. Just like the Maasai and the cows. You were a tax cow. The Maasai cut the cow, take the blood, milk the milk, mix the blood with the milk and congeal it, and they eat that. That dog does not like the crate. She will calm down in a minute. GB, glad you're here, man. Mr. Wright, glad you're here. I believe all the crazy shit about your social security number is actually your debt. No, I believe that, right? I believe there's a lot to that. The government looks at you as a parasite. Yeah. Well, how about when Nader was just with that congressman, and the congressman's like, guns aren't just for hunting. Guns are for tyranny. And Nader says, do you mean that citizens would fire on U.S. troops? And he said, tyranny. Tyranny. Yes, if you tell fucking people to do illegal shit to citizens, that's what the Second Amendment is for. Tyranny. Yeah, you motherfuckers are tyrants. Yes. No, she doesn't need to pee. She was just outside. Literally, like you didn't see, she was just outside. Yeah. Tax money is used to pay interest. 100,000% of its worth. What size are the 2 harvest right machines you run? We have one, Billy, and it's a large. All right, guys, good night. Thanks for hanging out and bullshitting. I'm super easy to contact and get a hold of. I am on every social media platform there is. If you use Amazon, all of my videos have an Amazon link. When you click that link, it gives me a small percentage of what you buy from Amazon. Yes, I know Amazon's the devil. But if you use Amazon, use a link. If you don't want to use my link, use somebody's link. Every person in business that has a YouTube has an Amazon affiliate code. It takes 1 to 3% out of them and gives it to you. Byron, my Instagram is SOE Tactical Gear. If you run a business, your name of your business should say what you do. Your URL should say what you do, and it should be the same every place you are. Good night, guys.